We're live, we're live, we're live. Thank you so much for joining us this morning for Thursday Thoughts. We are looking forward to sharing this morning with you and our special
We
guest.
do have a special guest this morning. I'm looking forward
Cannot wait,
to sharing
cannot
her
wait.
with you guys.
Absolutely.
Y'all gonna love her.
Yes.
So we do have a topic for today.
The topic of today is the power of respecting time. And what did God put in your spirit?
There's the quote, do you value your life?
Mm,
If you value your life, then you will value your time because your
mm,
life is made of what you do with your time.
wow.
That's one thing about my spirit. And the quote by Warren Buffett,
Hmm.
the eighth wonder of the world is the power of compound interest.
Mm,
But the power of compound interest is really dependent upon time.
mm.
You've heard lots of quotes about time. You've heard the quote about time sure flies when.
You're having fun.
You've also heard quotes like, I don't have time to do this, or I don't have time to do that.
There's a song that I can't remember if I remember it correctly or not, but it was Time Won't
Give
Give
me
Me
time,
Time.
and time
Time
makes
makes lovers
lovers
feel.
feel like they got something real. But you and me, we got nothing but time. And
Was that
time
George
won't,
Michael?
no, Boy George.
Boy George,
But time
okay.
won't give me time. But time won't give me time.
Time won't give me time as much as you beg it.
Ah,
Actually, that may or may not be true. We might talk about that.
oh my God.
We're
We
going
got
to
so
talk
much
about
about
time.
time, but it's about respect. And there's power when you decide
Respect
your,
time.
whew, you know how to piss somebody off? Waste their
Woo!
time.
Misuse their time. We're going to talk about it back in
Oh,
a moment.
good morning. My name is Brian McNeill.
And I am LisaSantiagoMcNeill.
And thank you for joining us on our show, Let's Talk About It. We come to each Monday through Friday right here on the SIBN network, on iHeartRadio, YouTube, TuneIn, as well as Facebook Live. Good morning.
Good morning, good morning. Like.
Good morning. Good morning. We've got time for the show today, and hopefully, you have time to spend and share with us. I have it queued up actually, and that's one of the things that I shared with our lovely guest was that want to respect her time, but we also want to respect the time that the wisdom was presented to us. So I don't know how you're going to choose
Yeah,
to
we can bring Brooke up earlier
manipulate that time.
because she's in the room. She looks dazzling. Her hair looks good. Her
She's
face
so
looks
beautiful.
good. We're going to be up at 9:10.
Absolutely.
Okay, 9:10.
That's right. How'd you too,
And then
sweetie?
hopefully by
Then
9:22, 9:24, we can bring up.
okay.
Okay. That's a full show. I'll go to comments, please.
We got a full show for you this morning, and we're just grateful for those of you that are able to tune in. I am grateful. You may catch us on the replay, but that's okay. We are here for the appointed time.
Um, if you see on the screen, this is Dr. Lisa Santiago McNeill. I'm Brother Brian
K.
K. McNeill.
McNeill.
And together we make what's called the Empowerment Duo. What you tuned into is a podcast that we've been hosting Monday through Friday since October of 2016. Yes, Monday through Friday since October 2016. Lisa on my left. And we sit here and we talk about personal conversations,
Business information,
and spiritual inspiration.
with a little bit of shenanigans thrown in.
That's what we talk about. We do have an express ministry as the Empowerment Duo.
Absolutely.
And our express ministry is
Economic independence
through
entrepreneurship.
That's who we are.
And that's what we do.
That's what we do. That's what we bees about. Okay. I'm really excited about sharing our guest with you today, actually.
Absolutely.
Because our guest has done a lot of amazing things for me personally. She doesn't know this, but she has done amazing things for me.
Now, oh man, I look forward to hearing what that is because she has done amazing things for me too. And I don't think she knows just how much she has been a part of our hearts.
Now, we're talking about time today. We want to hear your thoughts on it too, but what she's done for me, I was so curmudgeonly, and I had gotten comfortable with letting words out of my mouth like, I don't even like kids. Okay.
And it still slips out from time to time, and then we remember, but brother.
I felt like the 25-year-old that know everything. I can't stand that person. The 25-year-old that know all the stuff.
Yeah. Good morning,
or
William
the
Brown.
24-year-old life coach.
Mm-hmm.
Or the
one that you want to say, go ahead and sit down somewhere.
Or the 30-year-old that try to teach me about business. I was like, really? My wife has an expression called have several seats. Okay? Have several seats. You need more than one.
Absolutely.
Okay? So I had gotten, I guess over time I had had enough units of conviction where, I don't even like these kids. Now they're our kids, okay? We raised those generations, okay? My generation raised this generation, but it seems like my generation don't even like them that much.
Absolutely.
But our special guest today, she'll be up in 5 minutes, has restored my faith.
Absolutely.
In someone in their 20s.
Absolutely.
She's smart. She's respectful.
And willing to learn and teach.
Willing to learn and teach.
Integrate. That's a blessing.
And she's alert. She's paying attention. Mm-hmm. She's trying her best.
Yeah.
I like this person so much. So if you're one of those people like me, Lena, or William Brown, that you need your faith in the youth of our country restored, our guest in 4 minutes will do that for you. And she did it for me.
I completely agree with those sentiments.
Yes.
Completely agree.
I mean, because sometimes when young people are in a group of grown-ups,
it rubs you.
And they got something to say, I brace myself. Like, oh God,
yes.
what is
what
this kid going to
say?
But not this young lady here.
She's thoughtful and considerate of what she knows and what she's learning. Mm-hmm. I think that's a hybrid of what's required.
I think you're right. Now, I want you to expand that line. What's required?
Mm-hmm. What's required? I think because I think the Word of God tells us that all things are lawful, but all things are not expedient. What does that mean? That means you might be right, but it might not be the time for what it is that you are trying to say, be, or do.
Yes. Linda's like, awesome. Bring her in. 3 minutes. 3 minutes to go bring her in.
3 minutes.
We got to be lawful too, because we have an order of things. Yesterday, because of technical difficulty, we didn't get to share Brother Mark Greer's submission. And we know it's going to be great. So we're going to attempt to do it all today, Lena.
In God's own time.
So we do need an usher today, because someone to tag Dr. Deborah and tag Dr. Beverly and tag Sister Jacqueline and tag, our regular peeps, Uzama.
You know what I'm realizing though also is the benefit of the thing that usually frustrates the snot out of me. The changes in the algorithms are actually keeping us mindful that in God's own time. Because they switch it. We tried to do what we thought the algorithm said was the most important thing yesterday. But guess what? Today is different.
It's so crazy. I'm frustrated too by algorithms. Like, what is this algorithm showing me? What makes Facebook or YouTube think I want to see that? I can't see what they think I want to see.
That part. But it actually keeps you mindful that God is in control of everything. And when you try to, as my pastor used to say, get ahead of more than you can catch up with, then you get out of the will of God.
Today's a full day for us, and we're excited too about it. Not only do we have a special guest, not only do we have a special Brother Mark Greer, today at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Lisa and I will be in a room live, in person, always free, networking and learning for Business Club.
Yeah.
Lisa and I have been assigned to co-host Business Club, which is in Concord, North Carolina, the Concord Mills area of North Carolina.
Which is actually wonderful and a full circle moment for the both of us.
Yes, because we used to do that fully. That was our life, doing group live and in-person things pre-pandemic. But now, post-pandemic, now we have this opportunity. We have a great facility.
Absolutely.
So I'm excited today too. And we have a special guest too.
Absolutely. She is going to be amazing today.
She don't talk much.
No, but that's okay.
But the guest that we have,
that's when you need to lean in.
Speaking in, I'm excited about her because of her family's
excitement about
yes, they're excited about her. She's gonna have her kids and her grown children.
I was about to say, you call them kids.
They're in their 30s. They're in their 30s.
Yeah, that's right.
They're so excited about mom speaking. That got me excited. It's now 9:10. Okay.
It's time to bring to the stage.
I say, how long would we say? I think I've known her since the beginning of the year.
Since January?
I think since January. Maybe just no. It was before that. Because last November, I believe, I was a part of there's an insurance agency, a nationwide insurance agency, and they have these group presentations, and they brought me in as a speaker to do a presentation.
Oh, you may have met her that. I didn't have the opportunity.
I spoke to this group of insurance agents, and there was one lady that stood out from the crowd because her questions were better. So we had some Q&A on how to sell, and then I think a month later, we bumped into each other on these networking streets, and then she says, "Hey, I know him because he was there, our speaker last month at our event." And then since she's become a part of our groups too. So her name is Brooke Elizabeth Gillum. Coming to the stage, our new friend. We want to introduce you to. Her name is Brooke Elizabeth Gillum. Bring her up, please. Woo! Where's Brooke?
Can you guys see me? What the? Hold on.
Okay.
I think we're having technical difficulties.
Hear you. We just can't see you yet. I wonder if that is.
What in the world? Did my hair for this? I look
everything.
We're gonna figure it out because I want them to
figure
meet
it
you.
out. I'm gonna remove you
and come back in.
Put you back in.
Maybe she should go all the way out. And come back in.
Brooke, if you could just back out of the studio and then come back in as if it is the first time for you, because we did audio video check this morning. We're gonna see. You know what? Good things come to those who wait. So go ahead. Back out. That's right.
All right,
come
so
back
we'll be
in.
fine.
We're gonna go ahead and run Brother Mark's segment and then bring you up right after.
All right, that's what we'll do. Thank you. So, good morning, Sister Lena Janelle. Good morning, Dr. Deborah.
Good
Dunstan.
morning. Good morning.
I thinking about Lena. You crossed my mind this morning for something. I don't remember what it was.
Absolutely.
But I'm happy that you're here. So we're gonna do what we couldn't do yesterday. Bring Mark Greer up.
We're gonna bring up Brother Mark Greer and his Wisdom Wednesday segment.
Duo family, here we are again, another edition of Wisdom Wednesday. I've got permission from a friend to share this with you, and I want to give you this brief interaction. He came to me the other night. He said, "Mark, I need some words from you." He said his wife had just told him she no longer wanted to be with him. He said, after 30 years, how could she do this? How could she hurt me so bad? And as I let him talk, he began to cry. And for those of you who do not know him, for him to shed a tear told me how deeply he was hurt. And as he tried to apologize for crying, I told him there is no apology necessary because this did not happen by coincidence. The fact that you're sitting here in my living room means that you think this friendship that we have is strong enough that you can share something so emotional. He said, "Man, I just need some words from you. I'm hurting." And as I looked at him, I asked him one question. I said, "What would heal you?" And he looked at me and his eyes softened. And he said, "Time. Right now, I can't fathom how I'm going to make it through, but time. Time hopefully will heal me." And I told him that if time is what you need, time is what you should take, because time is what you have. Empowerment Duo family, there are times in life where things may not go our way. Things may happen. We may feel the hurt. We may feel the pain. We may go through a temporary discomfort. And we are so transfixed on what is hurting us that we lose focus on what could heal us. We get so caught up in the chains that had us bound, and we don't fight and make a commitment to not let those same chains hold us mentally captive. Empowerment Duo family, whatever you're going through, whatever you have gone through, you are here. And as much as it may hurt, as uncomfortable as it may be, as unbearable the pain may become at times, there has to be something in your makeup that shifts the focus from the pain and highlights what could heal you. Because the pain is temporary. A friend of mine told me a long time ago, he said, pain is weakness leaving the body. What can heal you? Because the healing is in your hands. The healing is a decision that you have to make. The healing is something that you have to take control over. The pain is temporary. The healing is for a lifetime. And when you reflect anytime on the pain that you felt, you also have to remember the healing that you have gone through. Because whatever you went through yesterday was not strong enough to keep you from this day. Empowerment Duo family, it's a different message for you this morning. But focus on your healing. Because at the end of the day, that's what's going to propel you to the rest of your life. So we have for you this morning, everybody, as always. Although you may be hurting, although you may be in pain, you have to understand that you're still a miracle, that you are still something special. And through your healing, you not only will be blessed, but you shall be a blessing. We'll talk to you again soon. Peace.
I promise you, we didn't orchestrate that. I promise you, we didn't know what Mark was going to talk about.
I didn't listen to it. I didn't watch it. I never do, because I think it's important.
This is the kind of God we serve. The men's meeting, we talked about when it hurts. How do you recover?
Which was on Tuesday.
That was on Tuesday. Mm-hmm. Mark normally comes on Wednesdays.
And he submitted this on Monday.
He submitted this on Monday, but yesterday, we had technical difficulty. We didn't get a chance to show him. Mm-hmm. Today's topic, inspired by our special guest, is the power of respecting time. We had all kinds of quotes, and Mark opened up about that story today and what will heal you in its time. What, Dr. Deborah, did you see this? Did you catch what just happened, Lena? Oh my gosh. We're going to bring our special guest up in 7 minutes now. Hang on with us, Brooke, okay? Because I'm sure somebody else heard what Brother Mark said.
For that.
Dr. Deborah says,
what can heal you? Thank you, Brother Mark. You gave me something to ponder. We appreciate it. I think I have something to ponder as well.
Me too. Kenny Tucker, good morning, sir. Did you hear what Mark Greer just said on the recording? Lena Janelle says, good word, Mark, with hearts.
All caps for good.
Yes. But this is the kind of word that you need to hear from time to time. None of us are old enough to never need this message. We all need this kind of message from time to time. Yes, we do. Kenny Tucker, I'm excited that you're here. Kenny Tucker is another youngin' that we love.
Love.
But he's not as young as you think. But
that's okay. He's still young. He's young. He's still a baby.
We picked on him because he's
the adults table.
Well, you have a really harsh adults table.
I do.
Because you don't count adult table until you turn 50. Mm-hmm. I know some 35-year-olds that think they grown.
Yeah.
if Brooke is ready, Brooke, give me a thumbs up if you're ready. All right, let's bring Brooke up. He just missed it, but you can catch the
You can
replay.
catch the replay.
I'm hoping that Brooke heard what Lisa and I said about her a few minutes ago. But here she is to come into her name is Brooke Elizabeth Gillum. Hello, Brooke. Good morning.
Good morning. How are you guys?
I'm
Good
good.
morning.
Did you hear those words we said about you before?
I did. I heard everything, and then I peeped in the left corner that I wasn't moving anymore, and I said, "Oh my gosh, if this is not going to work, as soon as they bring me up, I'm going to be so upset." And then, it's working out, so like that's all that matters, I guess. But yeah, we did the sound check, we did the video check, and it was great. And then, of course, just chaos, but that's okay.
Well,
we keep it
We're
pushing.
going to enjoy you today, and we're going to ask you some questions. But before we get into that, and you can do it however you like. This audience here is entrepreneurial, they're mature, they're loving. Please introduce yourself. Please introduce Brooke to this audience.
Yeah, so my name is Brooke Elizabeth Gillum. I am from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. And I want to ask you guys, so do you know when somebody gets sick or they get injured and they spend years and years and years crawling on their hands and knees to get out of this debt, and sometimes they even have to file for bankruptcy? Well, what I do is I provide a proactive financial plan specific to them so that when that time does come, they have immense confidence, they have peace of mind, and they're like a bird soaring above the clouds.
Amen. So that's what you help them. That's what you do. Now, are you married? Are you single? Where do you live?
So I'm about 15, 20 minutes outside of Pittsburgh, but it's easier to say Pittsburgh because people know that name. But I live in Monroeville, Pennsylvania. I have a girlfriend and I don't have any kids. And we have a dog and his name is Ashton. And he's the cutest thing ever. And yeah.
Now, we were bragging on you as restoring our faith in the young people, okay? Why do you think that is, that people my age feel that way about people your age, and why are you different?
Oh, that's a really big question. I think the internet can kind of get our generation in trouble because you can see everything all the time, and people sometimes don't think twice before they put things on the internet. I also think that there's just a big disconnect because, and I understand people, each generation has their own mindset, and when you're younger, you think you're all that in a bag of chips, and sometimes when you're older, you think, oh man, all these get off my lawn, all these young kids, they think they just know everything.
You're right.
But there's something that each generation can learn from each other, and I think that the type of relationship that we all have is really important. And I think that, some younger generations and older generations, they should start connecting with more people that they vibe with so that you can learn and bounce things off of each other. And I really appreciate the words that you said about me. I didn't realize I had that big of an impact, and you guys have also had a huge impact in my life. Every Wednesday, first Wednesday and Monday of the month, and third Monday and Wednesday of the month, we get together. It's just refreshing. It's so fulfilling to listen and to learn and sit in those groups and just hear what everyone else has to say too. So it's a great opportunity to be able to be friends with you guys.
See, this is another reason you're different, Brooke. What kind of person would show up for that? Brooke, we meet, we have a group meeting at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on the first and third Monday called Sales Confidence Mastery Group. And on the first and third Wednesday, we have a group called Empowering Financial Professionals Group. And Brooke shows up to all of them. She shows up.
Right. And you don't have to. Like, we don't send the police out for you.
Right.
We don't. We send gentle reminders.
Right.
And if you can be there, we hope. But you know what? I think, and I look forward to the opportunity to have some private time to expand this. But I'm still going to ask you, and you can share it as transparently or as not transparently as you desire. Why is making sure people use time when they have their health and when they have their abilities? Why is that so near and dear to your heart?
Well, there's a couple of reasons why, and God really reveals that to me almost every day. And I'll share a most recent experience. I won't get into depth, but at the beginning of the month, we lost a family friend. And then a couple weeks later, his sibling had a heart attack. And both of those people, I've known them my entire life. My entire life. I call them my uncles, even though they're not my blood uncles.
Yeah.
And I've have talked to the first one that he passed away about living benefits and what we do. And there was no further conversation, which is okay. But and then I wanted to also have the conversation with his brother right after his brother passed away. But sometimes, the timing can be a little weird with those things. You need to be really careful. And I didn't want to pounce on the opportunity right away because that just might seem ingenuous to some people. But it comes from a place of love because I understand that if you aren't using your time to look after the people that you love and protect those people and talk to them about something that can be really valuable to them, you could really lose that opportunity, and you can also be in debt with a lot of guilt.
Wow.
My back bristled a little bit when I heard you say you didn't want to pounce on the opportunity, or you was worried about how it might come across. You have to do it, Brooke.
Well,
yeah.
Okay. You have to say it. They don't have to accept it, but you have to do it. That was an appropriate time to offer help.
Which is why often we feel like, oh, I don't want to intrude with this. And maybe, just maybe, and respectfully, that is the urgency, is the pushing of God saying, look, I need to be bold right now.
You got to speak for God right there. Look.
Right. And sometimes.
And we could have prevented a lot of challenges.
Yeah.
And you don't have to go through that. Your life don't have to be this way. I can help. You have to do it, Brooke. You got to get past Brooke and do that.
Yeah, and here's the other thing about that is you can't control what they're going to think, feel, say, nothing. So no matter what, you kind of have to just push that to the side and just say, listen, I love you. I care about you. This is what I can do for you. Let me help you. But if you respectfully decline, I respect that. And that's unfortunately, it's just sometimes, it's like, man, I could help you. But if they don't accept that, you can't.
But the offer is what we get to make. And getting that is part of what growing in confidence, that is part of what aging does for you. And I'm saying that as if I have arrived. I haven't gotten old enough yet to not sometimes wonder if this is the right time or not the right time. But when something is as important, and good morning, Brother Jay Mattier.
Good morning, sir.
If something is as important that God has given you 2 up close life experiences to see where if they had the help that you had the opportunity to give them, their families could have been changed. He's trying to show you that this is what your time is.
Most definitely. Most definitely.
For those who don't know, this beautiful young lady in our room, her name is Brooke Gillum. She's a part of what Lisa and I do. She's also a financial professional, financial services professional. She helps people be smarter with their money, and she helps to ensure that they get to retire with some dignity and actually have money. She makes sure that on the worst days of their lives, they don't have to worry about money. That's what she does. She does this because she loves people, and she knows other people love people too. So she's made this her life work. Jay Maddie, I'm so happy that you're in the room.
I'm grateful that Jay came in the room. Jay is our financial mentor.
He's ours.
And I would appreciate the opportunity if you had a chance to
introduce,
speak with Brother Jay.
I would love that.
He's loving.
He's wise.
He's smart. Yeah. And he can help you because Brooke is relatively young in her journey to helping people.
Miles ahead in her heart and in her objective.
Thank you.
Her assignment. I'm grateful.
Let me say this other thing to you, Brooke. The work that you've chosen to do, if you will stay in the game, it'll be really, really rewarding to you for the rest of your life. Your game that you're in right now, it has ups and downs like everything else. But if you could stay in this game, because it's going to require some toughness too.
Oh, yes.
Okay. Like if you could stay in this game 10, 20 years, 30 years, it could be a really rewarding life.
Yes. And
Oh Lord.
You know, some so oh, am I frozen again?
Yes,
Yeah,
but
but
keep
don't
talking.
leave, don't leave. It'll
Okay.
fix.
It'll fix. Keep talking.
It'll fix.
All right, well,
Keep
it's not
talking.
that bad of a frozen face, so that's good at least. But you know, my dad, he's always tried to make me have tough skin, but I'm a very sensitive person and I'm a woman. So, you know, I can be emotional sometimes and really get into my feelings. But the thing that I've learned about this journey so far is that you are constantly evolving and learning. And if you don't remain coachable, you will come to a halt and crumble. And I'm just on the journey to do the complete opposite. I want to help as many people as I possibly can, and you know, discover new fears and new challenges and new, I guess I would say, like qualities of myself, you know,
Yes.
through those challenges. So I'm all in for it. The ups and the downs. I love roller coasters anyways. So, you
You
know,
all
I'm ready.
I'm so happy to hear
Hallelujah.
you say that because don't be caught off guard.
Mhm.
Okay. Your
Mhm,
work can be wonderfully rewarding to you, but it's going to
mhm.
have some moments where it's going to punch you in the gut.
Yeah,
Okay. There'll be situations where you want to help and can't, or there'll be
right.
situations where clients will let you down, coworkers will let you down, your company will let you down. But
Mhm.
I'm pouring into my sister Brooke because I do love you. And I
Thank
want you to
you.
stay in this game and rock this game because you could be legendary.
Absolutely. And the
I
wise,
appreciate that so much.
absolutely. And the wise words of Mike Tyson, everybody have a plan until you get punched in the mouth.
That's right. Until you get punched in the mouth. A lot of people
Mhm.
have plans, and the first time they get punched in the mouth, plan gone, changing this. I'm not doing this
Right,
no more.
right.
Stick in the game. Okay. That,
Yeah.
that's brilliant from Mike Tyson.
Absolutely.
Everybody's got a plan until.
You get punched in the mouth.
So, Brooke, we got a few more minutes left with you. Um, you know, because you're learning some stuff. You're showing
Mhm.
up to learn. The group that she comes to, y'all, I'm gonna tell you, this is another reason I love Brooke. It's mostly black people. And Brooke doesn't let that get in her way.
Not one little
She
bit.
shows up because it could get into some people's
It
way.
can.
It can get into some people's way. But she shows up in the room with mostly black people, mostly older than her, old enough to be her parents. And
Or
she
grandparents.
not.
Mind your business.
So I'm so proud of you, Brooke, to still show up. I'm telling you, Lisa and I both are fans of hers. I want you guys all to get to know her as well.
I got her name on the screen because in much of the young people's ways, the easiest way to contact her is through Facebook, and it is
Mhm.
directly her first name and last name on
Thank you.
Facebook. Absolutely.
Is that how you?
So you can slide into her DMs. No, that's
Mhm.
Instagram.
Okay.
It
On
don't
Messenger.
matter. It's all the same.
I was going to say, how do you prefer? Let's say there's somebody watching today. Say, I like her energy. I want to connect with her. How do you
Mhm.
prefer they do that?
Well, you can just, yeah, like what Dr. Lisa said, you can DM me on Facebook, and I can also put my email and my phone number in the chat as well.
Okay.
Any way that's easiest for people, that's fine with me. But Facebook will probably be the easiest thing. You just look me right up. You know, you can find me, and yeah.
I'm curious about when I was just saying that the groups that we host, they're mostly black people, but you still show up and get value out of it. Yeah, can you speak on that too? How do you feel about that?
Well, when you said that it's mostly black people, I thought, is it really? Because I never even noticed.
You didn't even notice.
I genuinely was like, never thought like, wow, there's a lot of black people in this room. Like, no, that never really crossed my mind ever. But
Wow.
yeah, but everyone's got something to share, and you can take little nuggets from everybody. And Coach Janine and Vangelis and
Dr.
Ray
Deborah.
J, Dr. Deborah, all of those people. They're just so great to hear from, and I love to hear their stories and their journeys. And if you guys don't have a group, you guys really need to get into this group because the vulnerability and the closeness that we are developing in this group is really, really great. And if you could get a little bit of that, it's just inspiring, and it really makes you feel like you have a home somewhere to go when you're an entrepreneur or when you're in
Wow.
sales or something like that. Because a lot of people, you know, they think it's a lonely road, and sometimes it is. But if you can find a community like this, it is just so much sweeter.
that's the purpose of it, Brooke. We got to let you go, but I want to give you another minute because I want you to speak directly to the audience. And I want you to either share some wisdom or teach them something or offer a word, but I want you to speak to this loving audience, whatever's on your heart to share with them.
Sure. So if I were to say something to the audience, I would tell them with urgency and love to use their health, their youth, and their time to their advantage. And if you don't have something that protects your income and your greatest financial asset, which is your ability to make income, connect with me and do that because it could really change your life. And I would love to serve you.
Thank you, Brooke. You've been an amazing guest.
Thank you so much. I appreciate you guys.
Do you have to run off or can you hang out in the green room for a
No,
little bit?
I'll hang out backstage for a little bit.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
Her name is Brooke Gillum and we love her.
Absolutely. We love and appreciate the time that she spent with us this morning.
I'm
We
curious
hope
about,
that you take a chance to get connected with her.
Dr. Deborah has an experience with her as well. I would love to hear Dr. Deborah's thoughts
about our Brooke.
Yes.
And she's laughing when she says, LOL, yep, mostly Black. That's right. The room is usually mostly Black.
She said, you know what?
She hadn't even noticed.
And then she also talked about the value of the group.
That is so awesome.
That was the purpose.
That is what sometimes we need to hear.
Yeah.
We need to hear that because the road to go where it is that you're called to be is sometimes fraught with misgivings.
Especially if you're an entrepreneur.
Absolutely. And always fraught sometimes with, am I doing this right? Am I enough? Is there more that I should be saying? Do I know enough? Do I need to have more hashtags? Am I loud enough? Am I quiet enough? Am I patient enough?
Am I making mistakes? Am I screw up? Where's my money?
Am I urgent enough? All of them. But the truth of the matter is that's why we need community, because all of them are exactly what's needed at the time, which seems to be the pervasive message that we're getting over and over and over again this past couple of weeks, is that there's nothing wrong with a screwdriver or a butter knife, but it depends, or a hammer,
or whatever.
Right. What are you trying to do? You trying to butter your bread, or you trying to unlock your door? You need a key, or you're trying to, you got to have the right tools for the job. We have learned that, yeah, we can make that butter knife unscrew and what are those? Right. We can make it work.
Yes.
But it wasn't the best thing to do.
And when you have to put a nail through some wood, that knife is not the right tool.
It's really not. A hammer is a whole lot better. Now, I've seen a shoe work. I've seen a cup work. I've seen a lot of things work, but they were not necessarily expedient.
Oh my goodness. Brooke warmed me up again because when we started back in December, sweetheart, to have these regular groups, our thought was entrepreneurs need a place to have community. They need a place where iron can sharpen iron, and a place where they can focus on what we consider the critical skill, which is the ability to sell. So we started we used to do it weekly, with just a place where entrepreneurs can check in, network, and learn something. I thought it satisfied a mission. It satisfied a lot of things. So we were doing that, and then we decided to go to twice a month instead of every single week. But community is what we were going for. That's what we were going for. And Brooke highlighted that's what we got.
So we know if that's something that you need, we welcome and we invite you to join us. We will share. Absolutely. We invite you to join us. We invite you to participate. We invite you to be a part of the community. If that is what
it's called, Empowering Financial Professionals on Wednesday nights, and Sales Confidence Mastery Group
on Monday,
on the first and third Monday. If you need more information, reach out to Dr. Lisa or myself. We got you.
Now, we typically have a moment to honor those African Americans in Black history that have done some things that we need to take note of.
And we're going on the Michael A. Carson's book,
Today in African American History, by Michael A. Carson.
Today is the 22nd of May.
That's right. And on this day in history, on May 22nd, let's see what year we're going to go with. We're going to go with 2002.
Okay.
The town of Quindaro, in what is now Kansas City, Kansas, was placed on the National Register of Historic Places. This town was an important station on the Underground Railroad, with slaves escaping from Platte County and hiding with local farmers before traveling to Nebraska on freedom, for freedom.
Isn't that wonderful? They highlight that town, Kansas City.
Not until 2002
Yes,
was
but
it even recognized.
I love that it was recognized in 2002, but I also love that what it did.
Absolutely.
Okay, but think about the courage it took for people to open up their homes or their barns to hide escaped slaves
Absolutely.
on the Underground Railroad. Those people were risking their standing in the community.
Yeah, they were making,
sometimes risking their economic futures or even their lives.
Mhm.
But they did it anyway.
Absolutely.
So I want to highlight that too. Thank you very much. Today is Thursday.
Today is Thursday.
I am excited because where we're going to be at 1. Where are you going to be today at 1 p.m.?
I am going to be with you by your side in Concord, North Carolina, with my face pleasantly decorated with a smile as we anticipate the wisdom and words of Sister Demetrius Benson.
We're going to be at an event called Business Club. We host it, at least not co-host it, every Thursday at 1 p.m. Local. You can come and you can get a hug from Lisa. You can get a hug from me. You can have some networking time and some fun, and you're going to learn something from somebody. Okay, so we're going to do that today. We've had a good week, sweetheart. We've had a good week of learning. Both of us have. We're learning to respect our time more. We're learning the value of the stuff that we've been through. And also, Brooke reminded me of something else too. Sometimes, and you highlighted too when you said sometimes we need to hear that reminder. You know, entrepreneurial friends, when you got your head down and you working on your thing, you just working sometimes. And sometimes the thing that you're going for is closer to you than you realize. You know, you might think it's far off, but it might be closer. Or you might not think it's having the impact that you want to have, but it could be. But you just got your head down and you need reminders that this is a good thing.
Absolutely. And if you need another reminder of what to do with your personal energy, I've been sitting here shuffling the amazing mindfulness cards. And today's mindfulness card is I have joy, unspeakable joy. And it's coming from 1 Peter chapter 1, verses 7 through 9.
But look at the card. It says, I have.
I have.
Not that I'm going to go get, not that I'm looking for.
Absolutely.
It says, I have. And then
joy, unspeakable joy.
Make that declaration. Make that declaration. Because joy is not dependent upon what's going on outside of you. Absolutely. It's not dependent upon the traffic. It's not dependent on what that coworker says. Joy is something that you choose to accept.
Absolutely.
I have joy. Okay. It's now 9:42. We're back on schedule today. I'm excited. Good morning, Shirley DeJeanette Wyatt. How you doing?
Good morning. I'm grateful
She
that you have an opportunity to say good morning, family, and have a blessed day.
And how cool is that? She says, good morning, family. She considers this circle part of her family. How cool is that?
Absolutely. I'm grateful for those of you whose comments have been able to transfer through. I believe there's something new and different going on because we've got a number of people that are on the broadcast and we're not seeing your comments in the feed. I know that the studio is often under updates. We've got some new data.
I think Facebook
things.
is doing some stuff too.
It's not just Facebook, it's StreamYard. There's a lot of things that are going on. But you know what? God is in complete control of all of it. And some of it is simply so that we can get out his way and trust that he's doing this and not us.
So this is the time that we set aside that we say thank you to our contributors. And a contributor is someone who makes comments that we can read regularly. The people that make comments that we can read regularly, we thank them with greeting songs and with greeting logos. For example, William Brown was first in the room today. He's got a greeting song and it goes like this. Good morning to our friend Will.
Nobody.
We love him so, and we always will. Our friend Will. That's our friend Will. And nobody thinks like him still.
No. And Lena is in the building.
Lena Janelle's got a logo too, and it goes, Lena Janelle, baby, it gets hot on my heart, don't know how to behave. If you're not familiar with Lena Janelle and her art,
meet her.
get to know her. You will be impressed. I'm always impressed by Lena and what she does because I couldn't do what Lena does.
Absolutely. Honoring the gift is such a big
What an
deal.
amazing gift she have. Dr. Deborah Dunstan was up next. I think, yes.
Yeah.
Dr. Deborah Dunstan was up next. She's got a song too, and it goes,
Dr. Deborah, non-profit strategist and funding coach.
Now, what are they doing? They singing songs to people? What's up with that? Or, hey, I want a song too. You can get one. You can get a song too by making comments that we can read. This podcast is driven by the comment section. Uzama Ra is in the room. He reminded us of that himself.
Bitcoin King, he's the Bitcoin King. Uzama, Bitcoin King, he's the Bitcoin King. Uzama.
That's who he is.
Good morning.
Shirley Jeanette Wyatt's got a song too, and it goes, Jeanette Wyatt will rock you, rock you. Shirley Jeanette Wyatt will rock you, rock you. Yes, Lena. She says, Lena Janelle says, thank you in all caps. We appreciate that, Lena. But yes, Lisa and I both, we really appreciate you, Lena. Go back to her bottom comment, please. She says, I appreciate the compliment, Brown. Okay, good.
Absolutely.
I got all that.
We do appreciate
It's very easy to compliment you, Lena, because you're consistent, you're loving, and you are operating in your gift. I heard that. I see his name. I see two names that we missed so far.
Yeah,
we're going to get them both.
We could see them.
Yeah,
we couldn't see them before.
But we're going to do that. But Lena, I want to say this to you as well. I admire you because you are doing what you set out to do. I admire Brooke because she is doing what she set out to do. Dr. Deborah, Uzama, I admire any people that are doing the work that they set out to do. And that's what I see when I look at you. Kenny Tucker has a jam too, and it goes, Kenny! Kenny Tucker was the name that they gave me. Kenny! Kenny Tucker was the name that they gave me. That's Kenny Tucker. Jay Matthews got a song too, and it goes, get ready, oh, get ready, cause here Jay comes. Get ready, cause here Jay comes. Get ready, cause here Jay comes. Good morning, Jay Maddie. Did we get everybody?
Brittany actually came in the building, and I don't know why we couldn't see her, but that's okay.
She does say good morning. And Brittany's got a jam too. It goes, it's Brittany. It's Brittany. Brittany Thomas is Brittany. It's Brittany. It's Brittany. Brittany. It's your time. Yeah. Brittany Thomas, the multi-time author, the nonprofit founder, and the author of the book, Don't Let the Wheelchair Fool You, and Living My Blessed Life with Cerebral Palsy. What? She's got cerebral palsy and she's doing all of that, and she has a business too.
That's right, Brittany's Beads and Things. Brittany's Beads and Books. I'm sorry, Brittany's Beads and Books. I'm grateful. Brittany is another one that has restored our faith in the young.
She's only like 25, 26?
No, she's 30 now.
She's 30 now. No, she's not 30.
But she's almost. But she's wise and patient. I'm grateful.
And she's a believer.
To see her growth.
That's two we know, baby. Young people that we love.
We know more than that. But it's only in God's own time that we get to share them with you and share their wisdom.
Thank you, Mark Greer, for that amazing submission of transparency about his friend, and Mark being able to be there in the moment to help his friend through a very difficult time.
Thank you so much for that.
Brittany's 28.
She's 28.
Wow. 28.
Right on the precipice, the cusp of preteenhood.
I got shoes older than you. No, I'm playing. But we do love you, Brittany, because she's someone that if she was a different kind of person, she has excuses for not doing. Good excuses for not doing, but not Brittany.
No, she don't. She don't let the wheelchair fool you.
That's right.
Dr. Beverly, thank you for making your way into this space. She says, we made it. Grand rising to my favorite, awesome, beautiful family.
And Dr. Beverly has a powerful logo that goes, Dr. Beverly is on the show. Good morning, Dr. Beverly. And good morning to you and the rest of your crew. Dr. Deborah Dustin said,
Brittany is.
Look at Dr. Deborah. Look at how many people in the feed Dr. Deborah has had a touch on. Dr. Deborah, do you realize how far and vast and wide your touch and influence has been going?
I have had the opportunity to have a touch from Dr. Deborah.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm grateful that we have had some moments that could never, ever, ever be erased from my memory.
Stacey Edmondson came in the room. DJ Stacey. No, he's not a DJ, but he did do the audio.
Stacey?
Yes.
Hey.
We've reconnected recently.
Praise God.
Oh my God. I'll never forget we had an incident where a young man, probably 15 or 16 years old, got mad at Deacon Stacey Edmondson and wanted to fight Stacey. You've seen Stacey before.
I have.
Stacey's a grown-up, foot fit. And they ran and got me. And I was like,
what do you
You think you're going to go jump on Stacey?
Bless your heart.
I said, man, you know Stacey will kill you. I came and calmed it down. He was acting, people were holding him back. He was acting like he wants to, I'm gonna get him. You don't understand. I should have said, looking back on it, let him go. Stacey would have killed that kid. Oh my God. Oh my God. Stacey will probably laugh at that too now. He was standing there, he was calm. He wasn't worried about it. But crazy kids today. It's 9:50.
Mm-hmm.
We got to get out of here.
We appreciate the time that you shared with us today. We appreciate all of the nuggets of wisdom that young Brooke Elizabeth shared with us. We're thankful that you can take the opportunity to reach out and hear more directly from her. Amen. Yeah, Lena says, I envision Debo.
Yeah. Have a blessed day, Sister Shirley, DJ Wyatt as well. Y'all keep praying for us as we continue to pray for you.
Absolutely. Okay? And in the meantime and in between time, don't
forget. Virginia Rutherford Hall, good morning.
Good
Virginia.
Morning.
We got 30 seconds. Okay. Virginia Rutherford Hall, she has a really, really great podcast called The Wings of Something podcast. The Wings of Wisdom podcast. And a few weeks ago, I was a guest on her podcast, and it went very well. And she replayed the podcast yesterday, and she told me that the podcast that her and I did together was the most engaging one she's ever done. Dr. Deborah says,
Dr. Lisa, I don't take it lightly. The opportunity to call you friend, meeting you was a part of my destiny. It changed the trajectory of my life.
Thank you very much for saying so, Dr. Deborah Dunstan. And the story of how you met Dr. Lisa was amazing to me. I've heard you tell it a few times about Lisa had spoken at an event.
That I was not on docket to speak at.
That's right. I keep forgetting that part.
I
was booked to speak.
Okay.
And I did speak. Lisa wasn't on the docket, but she did speak. And then Dr. Deborah said to her husband, because we had a table set up in the back, I got to go back there, buy something from her table and meet her. And that's become a lifelong friendship. Something you said or did or energy transferred went to her, and she felt she had to meet you.
And I'm grateful because iron sharpens iron. A lot of times in season, the relationships that you think are for you or for the other person, but time will show you that they're mutual. In many cases, they're symbiotic for a reason. I'm grateful for the time that we get to share together and we have together. In the meantime and in between time, don't forget to have fun.
Peace.
See ya.